welcome to the Walkabout for the Oracle San Francisco Sail Grand Prix. I'm here in the Adrenaline Lounge beside the trophy that they're all fighting for. The press conference has just wrapped up, so let's grab some of the drivers and see how they're feeling ahead of the weekend. Let's go. They're all going to try and get out of here quickly because they want to get out there training. But there's one man who's won a couple of times here in San Francisco, Tom Slingsby, who I'm going to try and grab first before he goes. Come on down, Tom Slingsby. I know you want to get out of here. Before you do, how good does it feel to be back here in San Francisco? Good memories here.
Lots of good memories here. I lived here for a few years.
I'm actually just live talking to Tom right now, but we'll give him to you in just 1 second. But you were saying good memories here in San Francisco.
Yeah, I've lived here and I love it here. I've trained here a lot. In SailGP, we've had a lot of success here. A lot of good memories celebrated just out front of us here. So we're excited. We love it here. Windier, waves, we got it all.
Now, you've had a couple of finals, a couple of third places, but I know you guys don't like anything but first, right?
Yeah, I know. If you're not first, you're last. Ricky Bobby. But, yeah, it's a tough one. We've seen that consistency pays, especially at the start of the season. You want to get off the line well and just in the game, but we're itching for a win. We've won here before. We want to win again. Now,
it's a bit chaotic here. I'll let you go because I know that you're a wonder man. Thanks, Tom. Good luck.
Thank you. Cheers.
All right, let's see who else we can grab. I've spotted Nicole Van der Velden, the strategist on the Spanish team. She looks free. She won here last year. Let's see how. I think she spotted that I'm actually coming over to speak to her as well, so she can't run too far. Hello, how are you?
I could see you from miles away. I'm like, oh no, she's looking at me. Oh, no.
Everyone knows I'm coming, but how are you back here in San Francisco? It's always amazing sailing here, but you guys won here last year. How good would it feel to win again?
I mean, we always want to win.
No matter where you are.
Yeah, I think that doesn't change on the event, but I do think San Fran is quite an iconic location and we all love being here. It's beautiful sailing, it's beautiful conditions. So yeah, I think we all want to win.
Now LA, it felt like, I spoke to Diego winning off the water. He was a bit frustrated, but you guys got 5th in the end, I think, in the event. That's still pretty good considering this fleet.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's so close to get into finals or to finish 10th. I mean, it's just one mistake can get you there. So yeah, it wasn't a bad, or dramatically bad event or anything, but obviously we all want to try to get into those finals, and the goal every weekend is to try and do that. So yeah, we're trying to make it there, and if you're not there, it's obviously always a bit frustrating. But I think more than the result is maybe just, try to keep learning, try to get well off the start line, make good decisions, and try not to make mistakes from there.
Now, you're nursing an injury. You got you're 4 up in LA, which isn't great for someone with an injury. But here in San Francisco, fingers crossed you're in the back of the boat calling strategy again?
Yeah, it's better for me in the back right now because I can kind of choose if I stand or not, or I can kind of just slide a bit. Clearly I can make it across, but yeah, I think I don't have the confidence yet 100% in my leg, and especially you just don't want to make it worse at this stage because the process is going well, and you're close to being back fully on your feet. So yeah, just trying to keep it clean in that sense.
Well, enjoy the weekend racing and have fun out there.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nicole. All right, I've spotted Giles Scott. He is free. Hi, Giles. How are you? How were the celebrations after the win? You didn't have that long to celebrate before you had to lock into another event.
No, we didn't. We were over the moon, but we were nicely reserved. We had a nice party in our tent and had a little bit of a knees up, but nothing too crazy. Ready for racing here.
Well, I saw that the winning wheel got a nice little road trip up the coaster.
It did, yeah. Yeah, Wheelie went on tour. Did the big drive around with the top down. I think it had a lot of fun.
And what have you been up to? You've been studying the data. You looking back on San Fran from last year?
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of video, looking at a lot of data, as you say. I came up to San Fran early, and I took it easy for a few days. It was quite nice, actually. Chilled out and feel ready to go again.
Now, this venue is iconic. It's a little bit longer. You get to stretch your legs a bit more. Billy gets to send it, hopefully, around the racetrack. Is that going to be nice?
Yeah, it's certainly going to be a bit different. It's going to be interesting to see how it works out with the 11 boats on the course. I mean, it is a bigger course, but it's not like it's massive. So I think the differences are going to be quite subtle. It's going to be the same stuff. Get off the start line, be clean maneuvers, sail fast, keep clear air. That's what we're going to try and do.
Well, thank you so much. Enjoy the weekend, and I hope you hopefully make another podium.
Thank you.
Thanks, Giles. All right, big story this weekend is, of course, unfortunately, the Danish team will not be racing this weekend. Nikolai, I'm so sorry to hear.
Yeah, thank you. It is what it is now. We had a few days to slowly get ready for the decision and digest it, and yeah, we just got to look ahead. But obviously, yeah, very disappointing turn for us.
It's so frustrating. Of course, you know, there's the rules are the rules. I know you've been probably been talking about it quite a lot, but having penalty points and then not getting any redress points, how hard is it as, I guess, the leader of a team to be able to kind of keep everyone motivated for the rest of the season?
Oh, I think that's, to be honest, not the hardest part, because the rules are the rules, and that's quite easy to say, okay, yeah, we probably got the most unlucky situation we could have been in terms of the rules compared to how much damage we actually did and how reckless it was. But I think the tough part is the mistake that we made. That's the tough part for me. How can I make such a silly mistake, not even looking at the mark, because I know exactly where it is. That's a silly mistake, and it's always frustrating when you make the easy things, when you make them difficult. That's the frustrating bit, because when you're around 6 other boats doing 90 Ks, we always get around those situations well, and we saw that in Sydney. We're a team that can really get around that, but then we make I call it a parking incident. When you park your car in the driveway, when you hit something, it's like so easy to get it right, and we get it wrong. That's the frustrating bit, and now as a team we just got to regroup and get a different narrative for the season. Our season is done mathematically now with no redress, so we got to change the game and figure out how we're going to get back and get some success in other Grand Prix.
Yeah, and I guess for your team, obviously getting event wins, it's still, you see everyone who gets an event win, it means so much to the team. I guess that's the new goal right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think we had probably nine or 10 finals now, and we still haven't won one. So I think we're probably the team that people go when they're going to win in events. And yeah, so far we've been very focused on consistency. It doesn't look like that right now, I'm aware, but we have been focused on consistent. We have a big consistent team trying to keep it together and stay in the season for the long run. But I think that has changed a bit now. Now and let's go and try and get that event win, and not just make the final. Let's go all in and take a bit more risk. I think that would be important to pay Rockwool back, at least showing that we're still a strong team and we can still beat the teams out there.
Well, thanks for chatting. We're going to miss you this weekend, but we'll see you in Rio.
See you in Rio.
Thanks, Nikolai. All right, next up is the local, the USA team, Hans Henken, also a local here in the Bay Area. Hi, Hans. How are you going?
How's it going? Yeah, going great. Happy to be here.
It's good to be home.
You know, the irony of ironies is my wife and I, Helena, we just moved to LA, like literally a week ago, because we're getting ready for the LA Games in 2028, so we want to take full advantage of the 4 years. But yeah, it's great to be back here in San Francisco. Obviously, I've been here for a large majority of my life, having studied at Stanford and lived up in the Castro, so yeah, nothing really better than being able to come back to a hometown and have that hometown feeling, and really looking forward to this weekend.
Well, we haven't spoken to you in a while. You went and won an Olympic bronze medal in the meantime. Congratulations on that one.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, wow, what a journey that's been. You know, Ian and I really put our best foot forward at the games, and we slowly built through the entire kind of process throughout the entire week. And yeah, that was a lot of trust, a lot of, believing that we could still do it, and putting ourselves in position at the end felt really good, and obviously pulling it off is even better.
Well, it's good to know how to perform under pressure, but you, USA team, you've returned as a flight controller. It's a new team since you were there last time. It's been like an up and down season for you guys, but how do you feel like you're progressing?
You know, it has been an up and down season, that's been for sure, but I think we're progressing really, really well. We're working on all the basics, and I think that might sound weird, but honestly, at the end of the day, SailGP is about doing like the big things really, really right, and not trying to get too fancy along the way. So yeah, being able to use the data, being able to focus on what other teams are doing, and hitting those day after day after day is what we're really focusing on, and having a situation, or having like the Bay Area, this bigger racetrack, to be able to have like more open lanes to see those settings, dial into them, really settle into the speed upwind, I think is going to be a big part of where we're going to be focusing a lot of our time and energy on, and being able to go back at the end of the day and see what everyone else is doing obviously plays a big role in that as well. But yeah, I think we're really happy with where we were in LA, especially after Saturday. I think we had one of our best performances we had in a while, for sure. in the breezier conditions. Obviously, it wasn't big breeze, but you know, it's a stepping stone for us. And I think as we're taking more and more steps, we'll slowly build on that experience like Tom was talking about, and yeah, find ourselves back on the podium in the breeze is just as well as we are on the lighter. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, you got to take the little wins. I guess like you kind of touched on the data, but how hard is it when you look at a team that's winning or going really quick on the new T-foils and you're like, hey, we need to do that, but then you need to translate it out onto the water. Is it easy to copy? Is it difficult to kind of execute other people's playbooks?
Yeah, you know, actually it is quite difficult. The playbooks are interesting because everyone does it just a little bit differently. So in the data, you can see exactly what the settings were. You know, the wing was at this or the foils were doing that, but you don't always know who is operating that at that point in time because every team does it just a little bit differently. So that's kind of where more of the nuanced kind of research into the data kind of comes from, because you have to be able to not only link, okay, they're doing exactly this on the water, but how are they doing it, and then progressing that to your own playbook. That's a big part of like translating it from the computer to the on the water execution. And so that's where the fun kind of happens at the same time. You know, you'll be able to like, I do a lot of daydreaming. I love to think about the theories and think about, okay, if they're doing this, then someone else has to be doing that. And what's the best way? Is that the best way? But yeah, no, it's a lot of fun to be able to do that, and being able to bring it all together on the water is something that we're really looking forward to doing this weekend.
Awesome. Well, good luck on home waters. I know it's not home anymore, but I'm sure you got good memories here.
Yeah, wonderful memories here. I've spent a lot of time in this bay, both in Olympic sailing and now in SailGP, and yeah, it's always a blast to be here.
Awesome. Can't wait to watch. Enjoy the weekend.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Hans. All right. I'm actually just going to talk to your driver really quickly. Well, we just heard from Hans that you guys have been studying the data. You've been training hard. We spoke earlier. You've been at the Red Bull facility. You ready to race this weekend, Taylor?
Yeah, I'm so pumped. I'm feeling good, and I think the whole team is. You know, it's a really good positive vibe with the group, and yeah, it's block after block. You know, we're not going to build this in a day. And yeah, it's just getting that much harder, and the sailing is getting that much more intense and aggressive and precise. So yeah, no excuses, but we're going to keep pushing and keep working, and yeah, I think we have a great foundation and a great group that we're working with to achieve that excellence.
Well, forecast is looking pretty good. Why should everyone at home be tuning in, or if they're in the Bay Area, come on down?
Oh, I'd love to see your forecast, but no, it's always great here. San Francisco is almost guaranteed great racing. You know, here on the city front, and the ability to watch. You know, I think back to years I've sailed here before, and tacking, feet from shore, which is so crazy. So yeah, it's going to be exciting, and this race course is amazing, and the city is great, and yeah, I think it's going to be lively. So we hope everyone comes down and cheers us on, the home team, and yeah, we're excited to race in front of the home fans.
I'm just happy the sun's out.
Yeah.
All right, thanks so much, Taylor. Good luck this weekend.
Yeah, thanks, Lisa.
Well, I think that's it for the walkout. We had a good chat with everyone. We found out that it's going to be quite an interesting weekend in San Francisco. We know it always delivers. We're back here for the 5th time. Racing is going to be epic. Make sure you tune in wherever you are in the world, and I will see you at the end of the weekend for the debrief.